Another beautiful time here. Good morning to you. Welcome. This is Melody Sunrise, Melody 100.7 FM. Thank you for joining in this beautiful morning. It is the 8th day in the 5th month of the year, 2025. I'm so glad to be here on behalf of Daniel Adeyemi, Bola Igunfemi, Amos 33, talking about Amos Oyetoro, Adetoro Oyewale. Thank you so much for joining in this morning. It feels good to be here. Good morning and welcome to Melody Sunrise. Well, you know how we do it every day. Melody Sunrise, we take you through so many beautiful things. From newspaper headlines very shortly, we bring you sport, we bring you the People's Assembly, as well as the Melody Surprise. Those are the things inside of the Melody Sunrise on an everyday affair thing here. My name is Pretty Adegoke. You call me the finest, and it's good to be here. Now this beautiful morning, let the sun shine, and let the sun dry away all the sorrows in your life. Let the sun take away your worries, because every day the sun will definitely shine, whether one likes it or not. Even in rainy season, the sun will still shine. So one thing is pertinent and it's for sure, that the sun will always shine. So as the sun shines today, I pray the sun shines the good things into your life, and I pray you're able to achieve your dreams today, and everything you lay your hands on we turn to gold, and it will turn to reality for you this beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. Welcome to Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. Very shortly, I'm going to be taking you through the newspaper headlines, where we look through what the papers are writing this morning from the inside to the outside, and of course the back pages of the dailies this morning. But in the meantime, let's quickly have this breather, then I will be back to take you through the newspaper headline segment this morning. Good morning and welcome. Melody Sunrise, or Melody 100.7 FM, right here in the city of Ibadan, the city of first. Don't forget, follow us on all socials, on Instagram, on X, on Facebook, on YouTube, of course, on every other platform. Good morning and welcome to Melody Sunrise.
Kilo fan on, tiba fun, show my channel. Give me all Mr. Money, and I'ma give it bang, better than Commissado. Bad man, they are so, I don't get anybody, bad man, they are good. And I go take care of the baby, make me go. And I want to make on the wall, I'ma show for, yeah, no. I'ma to show my body, the body tagging on. I'ma to show what the naughty. Steady on my money, know I got you. Body of a goddess who design you. As I hustle, I find you. Shine up, when we shampoo. Baby, keep it up, you know they can't do. This no be animation, no be cartoon. As I hustle, I find you. Shine up, when we shampoo. I'm a kilo fan of. Tiba fun, show my general. Give me all I'm Mr. Money, ho. And I'ma give you bang, better than commissado. Bad man, they are so. I don't get anybody, bad man, they are good. And I go take care of the baby, make me go. And I want to make on low, I'ma show for, yeah, no. I'ma to show my body. The body, tagging, no. I'ma to show my naughty.
All right, thank you for being there. Now let's go to the dailies this morning. You know how we do it. This time every day, we check through what the dailies are writing from their inside to the front pages, as well as a few of the back pages. Let's begin with the Daily Post newspaper this morning. And the Daily Post this morning is still about the brouhaha rocking the Labour Party. And it says, suspension, arrest Abure now for impersonation. OT tells IGP. Arrest Abure. You know, I told you last night the drama. In fact, when I was on Politics on Melody, 4 p.m. yesterday, I gave you the breaking news concerning the press conference held by the Nenadi Usman-led executive of the Labour Party. Of course, Alex Oti belongs to that faction of the party. Peter Obi belongs to that faction of the party. So they had, just afternoon, yesterday afternoon, they held a press conference where they asked Julius Abure and his cohort to appear before them in 48 hours of face disciplinary action. I was on the show, about to wrap up the show, when I got the breaking news that Julius Abure has in turn suspended Alex Oti and 5 others. And I expatiated on it when I got to the cruise last night. So this morning, the new twist is now that Oti, who was suspended, the governor of Abia State is Oti. Oti was suspended by the Abure-led executive of Labour Party, is now telling the IGP to arrest Abure for impersonation. Okay, we see what will pan out in the end of the day concerning this their brouhaha. Okay, moving on, still on the Daily Post. Political calculations. Presidency dismisses coalition speculations. This is another story from the Daily Post newspaper. And still from the Daily Post newspaper, you have this one as well. Police demote sergeant in Imo over professional misconduct. Others reprimanded. That is a story coming through from Imo State. Fraud allegation has undermined public trust in NEL Fund. That is according to Sawyer. You know, I gave you the extensive report concerning that yesterday on the politics on Melody, where we had Akintunde Sawyer, who is the MD of the NEL Fund, and he's saying this morning that fraud allegations has undermined public trust in NEL Fund. Okay, still moving on concerning, still taking stories from the Daily Post this morning. You have this one. Zamfara vigilante has eliminated bandits. leaders. Gigi Dan Anuta, that's the bandit leader, says Zamfara vigilantes eliminate bandit leader Gigi Dauta Sagili. That's his name. Plenty leaders of bandits in Nigeria. Kano government bans 5 political programs, live political programs across media outlets. Wow. So that means if we're in Kano, they will ban politics on Melody. Okay, now. Kano government bans live political programs across media outlets. God have mercy. What is the reason for this one? Let's talk about this on the People's Assembly segment of the show this morning. I mean, government banning political programs across media. Why? We say we have freedom of media in Nigeria. We'll get to that at 9 o'clock when we'll be looking through the People's Assembly segment of the show. Join us then. Okay, Yobe Assembly announces a process to regulate activities of metal scavengers. Ganduje advocates tech solutions to end insurgency. And this one, labor to demand cost of living allowance for Nigerian workers. Really? Okay. Ex-Accountant General accuses EFCC of withholding key statements in 109.5 billion naira fraud trial. All right, more political stories. Abia APC Ward Des State Chairman ratifies the State Secretary. One orders suspension. All right, and you also have this one. Lagos ex-Assembly aspirant Olaleko Anjolaya, Olaleko Anjolaya dumps PDP for LP. And partnerships between INEC, electoral stakeholders critical for democratic development is another story from the political page of the Daily Post newspaper. And this one, 2027, Tuga faces a backlash over alleged interference in Bochi politics. Osun West groups demand APC Guba ticket, and LP suspends Governor Oti. Senator Kingibe, others indefinitely. That is one I brought about the reaction of Governor Alex Oti asking IGP to arrest Julius Abure. These are the major headlines on today's Daily Post newspaper. Up next is the Punch newspaper. And for headlines in today's Punch newspaper, the banner headline says rising insecurity, FG orders new strategy and fresh attacks in Borno. FG, rising insecurity, FG orders a new strategy and meets fresh attack in Borno, Benue. U.S. helicopter firm indicted in Wigwe's death. An LP crisis, Abure probe begins. Kingibe, others suspended. Power Minister opposes construction of 4,800 megawatts nuclear power plants. And you also have this one, OT urges overhaul of energy strategy, warns against past mistakes. Backdoor one-party state dangerous for Nigeria. This is Jonathan talking. And suspension, Abure, a clown looking for crown. A clown looking for crown. What a rhyme. That's Alex Oti talking there, the governor of Abia State. EFCC drops Mercy Chinwo's name from fraud case against EZT. Police hunt pirates after kidnap of 13 river boat passengers. Police hunt pirates after kidnap of 13 river boat passengers. And police arrest 95 suspected cultists, discover 25 firearms in Edo. And police nab Belgium, UAE wanted fugitives in Edo, Enugu. 2 streetlight cable vandals arrested in Lagos. All right. Defection. Edo Assembly member reaffirms loyalty to PDP. Ex-Lagos Assembly aspirant dumps PDP, joins LP. I will welcome Kwankwaso if he joins APC, says Ganduje. Tinubu's performance fueling defections to APC. This is according to Nasarawa State Governor. And in sports sunshine, Aqua risk relegation after defeat. Osai Samuel agrees a Palace 5-year deal. Okay, so that's something coming through from the sports scene. We'll look through that in a jiffy on the sports scene. Those are the major headlines on today's Punch newspaper. And up next is the Vanguard. All right, for Vanguard newspaper this morning, you have these headlines. In fact, the banner headline says, FG fought reps differs with Senate over security summit. That's a major story, the banner headline on the Vanguard newspaper. You also have a Labour demand cost of living allowance amidst worsening economic hardship. This is according to Ajero. LP moves against Abure, sets up disciplinary panel. And you also have this one. Ondo self-acclaimed monarch, 4 others arrested over illegal installation. That is a story coming through. And still from the Vanguard newspaper, low crude prices, competition forces drop in petrol prices. Where? Are we seeing it in Ibadan? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. 60,000 Nigerian teachers to break Guinness World Record. All right. Nigerian CEOs optimistic about 2025 economic outlook. PwC. How greed, incompetence, betrayal ruined energy sector. And this one is credited to NFC TUC. Okay. Otis purported suspension. Aburi clown in desperate search for crown. All right. LP crisis. Nenadi Usman begins disciplinary action against Abure. Patutomi forms a shadow government. And you have this one will accommodate Kwankwaso when he decides to join us. This according to Umaru Ganduje, APC chairman. What Tinubu Soludo alliance means for Anambra 2025 political landscape. All right. These are the headlines from. Okay, before I leave the Vanguard newspaper, let's bring you some Metro news there. You have Oprah's 18-year-old boy impregnates 10 girls in Anambra. I told you this story yesterday, where the Anambra Commissioner for Women Affairs was actually lamenting that this one has gone beyond her power. 18-year-old impregnating girls anyhow. A total of 10 girls he has impregnated, including two of his Oga's children. God have mercy. Trial of Ilorin, Facebook killer. Trial of Ilorin, Facebook killer lover. Father cries uncontrollably in court. 5 siblings die of food poisoning in Anambra. Mother in critical condition. And this one, alleged terrorism court admits videos of Kanu's radio Biafra broadcast. Kwara victims remain in captivity after 14 million ransom as kidnapper wants additional 10 million. They gave 14 million. Kidnappers did not release them after 14 million. They're asking for 10 more million. God. This kind of story makes one to be so sad on a daily basis like this. What a sad story. God have mercy. Wow. All right. So sad. Well, those are the major headlines on the Vanguard newspaper. Let me take you to Daily Sun quickly. All right, these are the headlines from today's Daily Trust newspaper. LP crisis, Usman initiate disciplinary action against Abure. LP crisis, Abure faction suspends OT. Nwokocha Kingibe, others. Lagos Council chairman slumps at APC stakeholders meeting. Wow. And Labour Party suspends Governor Oti. Senator Kingibe, others are over anti-party activities And you have alleged terrorism. Courts admit fresh evidence against Nnamdi Kanu. I dumped PDP to retain benefits of my office, Edo Speaker. Why janitor AI is the future of NSFW character. Okay, Patutomi forms a shadow government, vows to challenge Tinubu's government. FG to resuscitate grazing reserves, dams to address rangeland pastoralist livelihood. Minister of Information, Defense and Environment at the 7th ministerial briefing session. While Bayelsa ranked low in NECO resort, this according to the government of that state. And you also have this one, Emir's guards smash glass door at Katsina wedding. Emir's guards smash glass door at Katsina wedding. Larry Arugundade DSS removes IPI's executive director name from watch list. All right. And Lagos agency extends educational support to Ikorodu public schools. These are the major headlines on today's Daily Trust newspaper. All right. Up next is the Guardian newspaper. And that will be the last newspaper this morning. We are reviewing, and from the Guardian, we have these headlines: NTSB blames a pilot error, safety lapses for crash that killed Wigwe. Court stops Ekiti PDP, LG state congresses. Makinde calls for peace on Ibadan Iwo boundary dispute, and Senate passes tax reform bills, rejects increase in VAT. Leading the way, Nigeria's teen girls are saying no to pressure. Nigerian military killed 13,000 terrorists, rescued 10,000 hostages. Minister, Nigeria to begin export of locally made military equipment. This is according to Minister. NEL Fund disbursed 54 billion naira to 303 institutions, 293,000 students, and this is according to MD. You heard him live on our show yesterday saying all these. Soludo launches Anambra Digital Tribe Initiative. 14.4 million Nigerians are victims of drug abuse. NAFDAC. And police recover ammunition. Operational vehicle in Plateau. Deny terrorists, bandits publicly. Minister tells media. Okay, deny terrorists, bandits publicity. I beg your pardon, publicity. Minister tells media. How? Sexual harassment, 4-year VC sues online media, others for alleged defamation. And Commissioner returns 301 million naira on spent Ramadan feeding funds in Jigawa, where that man needs to be applauded. Oyo engages investors on land title regularization. And the right activist accuses Ododo of insensitivity to workers' welfare. Building petrol gas stations in residential areas, not illegal. Well, Lagos government is saying that one. And these are the major headlines on today's Guardian newspaper. And by extension, those are the major headlines that we are looking at this morning on Melody Sunrise, the newspaper segment on Melody 100.7 FM. All right, thank you for being there. Let's quickly have a breather. When we return, we'll be getting to sport very shortly. Yes, we'll take you to sport very shortly. We'll be looking through what's happening in the ever exciting world of sport. All right? In the meantime, keep it locked. Be back very shortly.
Body no dey baffle, zombie no dey sanku. They know the way body, oh, way body, oh, way body. They know the way body, oh, way body, oh, way body. Supposed to be tangody, oh, tangody, oh, tangody. Say you know be chukudi, oh, chukudi, oh, chukudi. Kilo de, why you dey cry, oh mama? You want come in. Makosa, when you suppose dance Makosa. I hate them now. What goes up must go, no kill yourself, no kill yourself. Go dance Makosa. Sululele, 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 sululele. Ojú ẹlẹ́pà, ojú ẹlẹ́pà, ojú ẹlẹ́pà, ojú ẹlẹ́pà, ojú ẹlẹ́pà. Everybody know they baff. Zombie know they zanku. They know the big body, oh, big body, oh, big body. They know the big body, oh, big body, oh, big body. Supposed to be tangody, oh, tangody, oh, tangody. So you know be chukudi, oh, chukudi, oh, chukudi. Mama ileke, mama kolekbe. They know that baja. Anyway you know get, you know verse. So you mustn't be balloting. Oh, Kaliche, so go dance my boss. Ojú ẹlẹ́pà, ojú ẹlẹ́pà, ojú ẹlẹ́pà, ojú ẹlẹ́pà. Everybody know they baff. Zombie know they zanku. They know the big body, oh, big body, oh, big body. They know the big body, oh, big body, oh, big body. It's supposed to be tangody, oh, tangody, oh, tangody. So you know be chukudi, oh, chukudi, oh, chukudi.
It's Blaze and the Beat, baby.
Big Smosa.
From deep and out. That's a smashing ball, it's Martins!
Josie, Yobo, the good
And it's just out to the boat!
goal, Odesi.
Sensational! What a wonderful finish! That is the most embarrassing own goal! Oh, what a goal! That's something out of nothing! He struck it sweetly, and does he ever score ordinary goals? They're all copybook stuff!
Of course, the tune tells you it is 4 o'clock on Melody 100.7 FM. It is Melody Sports Connect on Melody Sunrise. This is a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful Thursday morning, the 8th day in the 5th month. Welcome. All right, I have, as usual, Daniel Adeyemi and, of course, Bobola Igunfemi in the house. Daniel should be the happiest person on earth this morning because you didn't want Arsenal, because your cap was at the verge of going. When that goal was scored, I said, Daniel's cap is going. But at the end of the day, I need that time you'll be praying.
No, there was never a pressure. I mean,
no, you believe they could not do anything.
They scored a goal from 2 goals down and 3 goals on aggregate. So yesterday that was not a competition. That was not really a game to say much about. I mean, it was clear from start to finish. I mean, they started out very well. They were trying to be, playing hanky-panky on the edge of box and trying to see maybe you can. But, PSG is just way ahead of them. It's a defeat home and away. It's not that there's never a struggle for them.
This thing is going the way I've said it from day one.
Let's say good morning to the people at home, and it's nice to be here this morning.
Good morning to you. Of course, Bobola, good morning. You said Daniel said something yesterday, your prediction. Is he okay? Yeah, Daniel said it.
I said he has a reputation for.
Their prediction has never worked.
He has never worked.
And
this is the
I predicted he was going to go to penalty.
I predicted Arsenal, Real Madrid,
and
they qualified. Yeah, so I mean, I've gotten one. I predicted Manchester United against Bournemouth.
You're trying to pick it.
Yeah, so I think I've got a couple of.
What about Inter Barca? What about Arsenal, PSG? Those are recent games.
No, you said lately my predictions are
okay. You want the word lately.
So what has been happening to you lately?
I need to get back in shape, and very soon I will. Good morning, Pretty the Finest. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning to all our listeners. It's good to be back.
Good morning. Of course, that's how it went yesterday. Arsenal, as expected, Daniel will always have. Okay, he said he wasn't the one that used to call them that name. He said there's a name they used to call them.
Next season, that's Patrick Evra. Remember, it's the perfect name for them.
Next season.
The manager came out to still say the same thing yesterday.
No, he actually said this season, Arsenal is the best team in the Champions League.
I felt like maybe he was under this influence of maybe the way he's handling the defeat is affecting his mental.
How when he said his team.
Because when you open your mouth to say something like that, it's ridiculous. We saw Inter, we saw Barcelona, even Liverpool when they were in the tournament. And because you had a good game against a dying Real Madrid. That's what happened to them. Now they're exposed. They couldn't even hold PSG. They can't even stand them. They didn't even try. Nobody see anything. They didn't even try, except for the first 15 minutes when they were trying to, first 10 minutes when they were just trying to break the deadlocks and everything. They could not even manage to do that. And one time PSG got a chance, bam. That's how to play the Champions League. That's how to be a winner. Not by dancing around with Martinelli and Saka at the edge of the box. Do you have the killer instinct? Do you have the capacity to deliver? They don't have anything. They are Arsenal. That's how they've always been. Butlers. That's what they did yesterday. They bottled the Carabao Cup. Now they are going out of the season as the worst of them all among the top teams in the EPL.
Tell me why.
Because they bottled everything. The FA Cup, the Premier League, they were second. Now they are going to come out to Premier League trying to make sure that they finish second. Because as it is now, they might still finish out of the top 5.
Really?
Yes. How many points is between Arsenal and the team on the 6th? Did you go to check? Check the table.
Right now, Man City have the difference between
and there are 3 more games to go.
Arsenal and Man City is 3 points. And there are 3 games to go.
Let me remind you of the table.
There are 7 points between the team.
They have presently they have 67 points.
Okay.
Man City have 64 points.
How many points did Chelsea have, please?
Newcastle 63, Chelsea 63. So they are just 4 points.
They might still not finish in the top 5. That's their reality.
How many games?
That's 3 more games to go.
No, Arsenal cannot lose the.
Don't let us see Arsenal. I'm just saying now that they have to take the other games seriously, unlike they've been before. This is what they are. Now, Pans is going to come back and say, okay, let's get one win, because they're going to play Liverpool next, and if they lose to Liverpool, it's going to be a problem for them. It's going to cause an upset for them. That's how they are.
And it's 6 points between them and Nottingham Forest now. 6 points.
So this is exactly why I always say, when anybody is supporting Arsenal.
Sorry about that, Samuel. Daniel.
So that's why I said anyone supporting Arsenal is actually not very careful with his health. That's what happened to them. So you bottled the FA Cup, bottled the Carabao Cup, bottled the Premier League. You went into the Champions League because you had a good game against a dying Real Madrid side and has been defeated by virtually everyone that came to their parts this season. And you felt, now you're favorite. And your manager, you had the audacity to come after the game. You lost home and away. And you're saying we are the best team in the Champions League. Best over who? Over Sporting Lisbon, over Real Madrid, not over the likes of Inter Milan and Barcelona. So for me, I'm not going to come here and tell any Arsenal fan, like I said to Barcelona yesterday, they had a great game. No, they were poor. In the last 4 that we've seen, they talk about the Barcelona, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, PSG and Arsenal. They are the poorest of them. They can't tell me they are better than PSG. They came to Emirates, defeated them there. The same thing they repeat on their stadium. They lost the penalty yesterday. They didn't even field their best team. If Dembele was not fit yesterday, you can see he managed to come on and to just support the boys.
Exactly.
So the real PSG side will defeat them more than 4 goals yesterday. So for me, Arsenal should just go and stop the noise and go back to what they used to do, fight for the top 4.
Okay, well, when we come on sunrise, the cruise later this evening, there are things we'll be discussing now because Daniel has just brought something up. So we'll be looking at the possibility of the teams in the top, not just in the EPL, in Nigeria. You know, Remo Stars has won. They've won the league already. So we want to look at how others can finish and those who we know Lobby Stars already dropped. Because right now, Sunshine Stars, Aqua United risk relegations as well because they lost yesterday. So we'll be looking at the possibility of those that could drop and what would be the likely finishing between the 2, 3, 4 teams and the second, third, and fourth. We'll be looking at that. Then in the EPL as well, we'll look at what Daniel just said. Is it possible for Arsenal to be out from that second spot?
So it's now something to discuss now.
No, we definitely
yesterday we were
discuss
saying, is it possible for Arsenal to win the Champions League? And I always say, don't put them there. Now we are saying, is it possible for Arsenal? And let's even say, is it possible for Arsenal to finish in the Champions League place? Because that's their challenge now. They need to win at least a game.
Yeah, but Champions League spot is, I mean,
it's not secured.
They've given them the opportunity now, more teams now. That's why Chelsea.
That's why they have to win the rest of at least one of the rest of the game to finish top 5.
Yeah, there's no how they will not win one of the 3.
There is no how. That you think is
there's no how. You think they cannot win? In fact, all the 3 games they are playing,
they can't win Liverpool. They can't win Liverpool.
They are playing Liverpool, Newcastle, and Southampton. I think
Southampton is gone now. There's no how they will not be Southampton.
So let's not say there's no how. This is Arsenal. They have a reputation.
Everybody is beating Southampton.
Arsenal
Finest. When it comes to the final day, Southampton might want to put a smile on their fans' face and say, you know what? We know what you guys want to do. If they
because we saw the essence of letting something go. I said it about the French League on. PSG already won the league. So going about saying they want to go the season unbeaten, they let that go because they had to focus on the Champions League, and you see it's paying off.
But how do you think it's going to affect them if they go from Chelsea defeat to Arsenal defeat?
It's
not going to happen.
They won the league already.
The fans will pay. The fans base will be talking to them now, guys. That this is rivalry. We can't be saying because we've won the league. I'm just saying it's not going to be a walkover. And if it happens that they lose to Liverpool, lose to Newcastle, which is very possible because Newcastle game will not be funny. If they lose to Newcastle.
You're just talking from the angle of Arsenal. What of the other teams are in
exactly.
that Newcastle.
Are you saying Newcastle cannot lose to Chelsea?
Exactly. They're going to be playing Chelsea.
Chelsea losing to Newcastle.
And this is exactly what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. That it is shame on Arsenal that we can bring them back to this discussion. They should not be in the same fate with Chelsea and Manchester City.
They should have been all final.
I mean, look, Liverpool picked the Premier League like there's nobody.
You are the one bringing Arsenal.
No, it's their reality right now.
Because they are currently second.
Okay, is their season over?
They are currently second.
Is their season over?
The chances of them winning all games is not slim. And Newcastle, Chelsea, they are going to face each other. I mean, we're going to see either 1 point amongst the two of them. That's if they play draw, or one team getting all 3 points.
The question so that's what's their reality for one of them. What's their reality at the moment? They could finish off top 5. Is that not the reality?
Every other team in the top 5 can finish.
I'm just saying Arsenal is now in the mix.
Right now.
Arsenal is now in the mix, and this is a team that we're saying they were going to win the league or win the Champions League.
Don't single them out.
I'm not saying. I'm just trying to say that this is who they are. They are butlers by identity.
But it's football.
That's not football. That's not what Man United will do if they're in that situation. That's not what Liverpool will do. That's not what Chelsea will do. If you are second on the table, you don't go playing like that because you've got the Champions League that you don't even have a reputation for winning. And you see what they did yesterday. They didn't even do as if they've been preparing for the Champions League.
What do you expect Arteta to do? Concentrate more on the Champions League.
And what did you see concentration in the first and second leg? I mean, what did you see on the pitch?
See, everything started from the Madrid game. Ever since the Madrid game, they saw that they had high hopes.
Which was a fluke.
Which they eventually did. They defeated Madrid both home and away.
Okay, and what happened?
And it felt like, I mean, PSG game is the semi-final. You're seeing the finals. You have to prepare so hard for it. I mean, the Premier League right now, they are currently second. Irrespective of whatever happens, they are still second.
You know, before the PSG
game,
even with the draw they never lost to PSG before. Before the PSG game, where the PSG got their motivation?
But it still doesn't mean that they cannot.
It shows that they were never that team. Madrid were just a poor team at the moment. They were just never that team that you should be rating as the Champions League favorite.
what I'm just trying to say is you can't.
And Arteta should go back and apologize to the press. You don't go say stuff like that. It's an insult on Inter Milan and Barcelona saying we are the best one in this season. That's
Well,
weird.
he has to give his the morale to the boys after losing it.
Morale.
Okay, we'll get to that. You know, we just had to. I don't know why Daniel had to bring that.
Anyway,
in.
I have one more year to say to brag about London being blue. So
Okay. Anyway, Brad Osai Samuel, a Nigerian Super Eagles player, is on the verge of sealing a return to the English Premier League right now, with reports from the Turkey indicating that Crystal Palace have already reached an agreement, and a broad agreement for that matter, to sign him from Fenerbahce. And of course, according to the story we're getting, the Eagles have offered the former Queen's Park Rangers. You know, he left QPR and he went to Turkey. But my problem is always the kind of money. 4.5-year deal worth €4 million. 4 million euro for 4.5 years. 4 million euro.
I mean,
what kind of money did they always buy these players?
Nigerians playing abroad, seriously, it's like ritual. It's like money ritual. Because when you put this money into Naira.
My friend, what is this one money? They are buying you for 4.5 years for 4 million.
Oh, he's buying.
Is that money?
No, it's about his wages. It's not about how much
this money is too small for God's sake. 4 million.
Osai.
4 million for 4.5 years.
Let him talk about it.
But what I think is his market value right now is around 6.8 million. So 4 million for me is like depreciation.
It's too small.
When you look at it. But I think is at the point of his contract is going to expire around June, July. So I think he might be thinking about the next possible way right now, because he doesn't seem like Jose Mourinho has him in plans, because he's not been playing him, although he has played 21 games. But most of those games, he didn't start the games. He came in as a substitute, and some of it maybe at the 80th minute, 90th, and he had injuries to his game at some point in time. So I think for Osai Samuel, he's just looking for the best possible exit right now, and where he's going to play good football, because I mean, age is 27, so I mean, he might just be looking for a good playing time right now in his career. So I don't blame him for that if he eventually makes that move, because I mean, most players don't like to always sit on the bench. They always like to play good football, irrespective of the money that they are being paid. Because I mean, I know some players that watch them on podcasts. They talk about the fact that they can actually reduce their salaries just to play football. So I think I understand from his perspective.
Yeah, okay, so the money is not the issue now.
I think he's just looking for playing time.
But Crystal Palace, I mean, looking at the guys they have there, can he compete favorably in Crystal Palace? Remember, he struggled even at QPR.
That's my fear for him now.
He struggled even at QPR at that time. I mean, can he actually make it at QPR? I mean, because Crystal Palace, they are playing one of the very good football right now in the EPL.
I think it's a two-way street for him. If he comes to Crystal Palace, he's exposed to the EPL. If he gets some chances, if he makes use of it, if he doesn't get into the team consistently, maybe other teams in the EPL can feel like, okay, there's a guy in your team that we feel like he can be of help to our team, considering the fact that he's not a big money player. So it's just all about how he takes the little chances he gets. When you've got chances, maybe probably against top teams like maybe Tottenham or Arsenal, you've got to come on to play 15 minutes. You have to give everything. You have to be running around, because eventually this happens in football. When you're playing a team, both coaches are looking at both sides, looking at player on both sides, looking at what can we get, even if the result didn't go our way. Is there a player we can look into his performance and everything? So for him, coming to the EPL is just a good one if he gets through with that. A good one for him.
Okay, let's quickly talk about this story now credited to Taiwo Awoniyi. Taiwo Awoniyi is saying that people should stop comparing him with Victor Osimhen. There's no rivalry, there's no comparison, and of course they should even stop comparing with Victor Boniface as well. That is in a place to have a shirt in the Super Eagles, that they should not compare them. Why would people bring such thing up?
No, it should happen.
Compare Osimhen.
Ronaldo
can anybody be compared to Osimhen?
Ronaldo won't be that good without Messi. I always say that. And Messi also won't be that good without Ronaldo.
Yeah, they are not playing the same team now.
They are not playing. I mean, the competition over the years. Messi, Ronaldo, goals and assists and Ballon d'Or. Does he want to be alone? I mean, we can't compare him with Haaland
so they should compare him.
You always do that comparison, and he should wake up to that, because he's a very top player.
Can any striker in Nigeria now be compared to Victor James Osimhen?
No. But he's still up there. He's still up there for me. For me, Awoniyi.
He's not up there.
I said Awoniyi is still up there. I still prefer Awoniyi to than Boniface.
Okay.
Better striker. And there's no way you want to tell me because you're in the Bundesliga, a league where you don't. When Awoniyi comes in the Premier League, you see what this guy, Man United fans, you should not forget that now. He's come on a couple of times to do damage to your team. If you remember, last season, I guess. So I think Awoniyi, for me, what just happened to him, he needs to be more consistent and he needs to fight because what Wood did in Nottingham Forest this season, just out of this world. He was the one-way striker from Newcastle United. He didn't have a well postseason at Nottingham Forest. But this season, he took the chance. And Awoniyi sort of relaxed. And his statement now is showing that he wants to have it gentle and all of that. But if he really wants to play football and have a name and a legacy for himself, not just getting the money, because that's what some players are just get the money and be cool with it. If he really wants to play football and have something to be remembered for, he needs to take this competition seriously. Jackson has been compared to Drogba. Do you think it's something he would like to have every day? No. But this is exactly what keeps the player up. And when you look at the numbers now, Jackson, Drogba, first season, second season, it's not really far off. So you've got to be compared to somebody. Aim high, so that at least if you want to fall, you fall somewhere reasonable. So if you say we should not compare him to, we should be comparing him to who? To who?
Okay, let's go to Europa. It's coming down tonight. Of course, action completed in the Champions League. We already know the finals. The finalist now is Inter Milan. We're taking on PSG.
I mean, you ever won't be liking
Would they give us a very good final?
Nah.
It's going to be an entertaining one, considering the fact that these two teams, they didn't just walk their way. They fought to get to the finals. And two of them is well deserved for two of them because, the way they've competed at top level, defeating, great teams. They didn't just walk their way.
Eventually, we will miss the media coverage.
No, I think
English media will now be very calm.
Yeah, really.
They'll be very calm now.
The UEFA Champions League for me, I think it always has that hype, irrespective of the team that gets to that final.
But it will be like having a Arsenal Barcelona final.
Yeah, definitely. But
tough.
the PSG, Inter Milan, those two teams, they've given us a show. So I think people
now the format that was deployed this season, has it really helped the competition? Looking at the two finalists that we've had.
Initially,
if we had the old format, do you think PSG
it will be different?
Will be
different. Yeah, because definitely it would have helped Madrid. Because the old format has a way of helping actually Real Madrid. They've mastered it. And I think that's one of the things that you ever look into. Because Madrid were beginning to abuse the Champions League. Winning it back to back. Felt like they know exactly what to do, where to put in strength and all of that. But the format, it was dicey to know that you don't have to play another team again and again, and there's no return leg for most of the games they play with the same team. So going from that to the knockout stage and the opponent, everything get dicey up until you start seeing this. So it helped Arsenal on the other hand as well. Arsenal on the other hand are teams that maybe from that finishing second on the table would have let them come in contact with one of the strongest side, but they didn't get that on time. So they managed to to scale through until we begin to dream and calling them favorite to win Champions League, which has never happened in a long time. So I think the format worked a little bit. It opened the Champions League more and made it a little bit strange to even the veteran in the competition.
So if you were to advise UEFA, would you ask them to retain this format or return to the old format?
I think I will ask them to. We need something new. So of course, we saw at the way veteran like Real Madrid fall. That's exactly what we want. Change the hand. Let's see how they will cope. So now Madrid will feel like they will be thinking about this as well. Okay. That this format also did not favor us.
So because
if you've got a group of 4, you know exactly who you're facing. 8 games. If you don't do well at home, away is coming. All these things, you understand the routes. You know exactly how to do it.
Stay with the format.
Let's stay with this format for a little bit longer.
Yeah, for me, stay with the format. Initially, before they started the format, I didn't really like it. I felt like I considered the players out because of the games that they would be playing. But afterwards, the fact that you get to play top teams like this, we get to see Arsenal, PSG during the group stage, I think is one top, because in the previous one, we see them in seeds. Like there's A seeds, top A seeds, top B seeds. So you're likely going to see just 2 top teams playing each other in a group. So, but this one, we can actually see them right from the group stage. You can see Liverpool play PSG, play Real Madrid. And I think that's what the Champions League should be all about. And I don't think it favors anybody, because at the end of the day, it's almost the same game that they play with the previous one. But I just like the show the fact that the Champions League is not always boring right from the first day. It's always very, very interesting. Tuesday and Wednesday, you're certainly going to see a game that is going to be so interesting. So I think for me, they should retain it.
Okay, let's go to the Europa League now. Of course, some people feel it's already a walkover. Tottenham Hotspur, they went to Bodo Glimt, or rather, Bodo Glimt visited them last week, and it was 3-1. But right today, Bodo Glimt is hosting them. What will happen? I mean, can they turn it around? That's the question people are asking. But so many people believe it is already a done deal. In fact, people are already talking about a Man U Tottenham final. Of course, a Man U also from 3-0. They are having at Old Trafford now. Tonight they are having Atletico Bilbao at Old Trafford. Can anything happen in this game? Can any turnaround happen in these two games?
I mean, this is football, but according to reports, there are certain players that would not be playing for Atletico Madrid, Bilbao. The likes of Nico Williams might not be available. His brother too would not be available. So those are key players for Atletico Bilbao. And if these guys are not playing, who are the guys that are going to score for them? So I think it should be an easy work for United. But I think United, they need to learn how to handle pressure when they are at home.
Because they don't do well at Old Trafford.
At Old Trafford, which is very, very poor in front of the fans. But at the end of the day, I still see a United win. They've done the job already at the first leg, just to seal it up. Atletico Bilbao might score, but United will qualify at the end of the day.
Yeah, I fear for my Man United still, because I don't know how they play when they are comfortable. Because now they'll be coming out into this game knowing that they have 3 goals lead. And this is not a team that is so very good to be comfortable. So I would just say they should not be comfortable, because if these guys should score 1-2 goals, it's going to get very, very dicey. But eventually, I'm rooting for a Tottenham Man United final, because that will really be a very great show.
But is it not what we already have?
Yeah, that will be a very great show. And of course, knowing that both of them have the same fate to decide for themselves, and Man United, maybe for once, they will know that they have a real job at hand in the Europa League, unlike them thinking already that they have it at hand, like Popola already named it as their trophy already.
Okay, in the Europa Conference Leagues, Chelsea, they've already done the job. I mean, they traveled all the way to Sweden, the other side. Jugaden, they beat them blue, black, red, purple, and every other color. 4-1 it ended. So that job is already done, if you ask me. I don't see what they are coming to the bridge to do. But the other game is between, talking about this other one, Fiorentina and Real Betis. In the first leg, it was 1-2, right?
Yeah.
In favor of Real Betis. So right now, I mean, this is where the game still is. That one in Chelsea is already
Chelsea game is, of course, as good as over, but this is still football. Like, we've seen things like that before, but Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, no way. Even if they feel their second team. But for Real Betis, Fiorentina game, I mean, Fiorentina has been very good in the tournament this season. But Real Betis, of course, they have this guy from Man United, thanks to them, that's really been helping them. Anthony has really helped
Anthony, the 360 man.
Yeah, he's really upped his game. I don't see him coming back.
Everybody that they said has not been good at United, they go elsewhere and perform.
Yeah, I think it's a two-way thing. It could be a problem in the United or problem with the player not being able to handle the pressure, but not the same thing with Rashford. I always say that Rashford is a problem with United, not the player. Because he's a class player, he's the guy.
Did you say he's a world-class player?
I said he's a class player.
Okay.
Now, when I say world, I know you see all of a sudden Rashford is now a bad boy.
I'm not saying he's a bad boy.
Your academy has never produced any player as good as him. Pantami on that.
Academy has never produced.
You have never produced any player, and since Peggy left that team.
No, it's been consistent, definitely.
So what are you now saying? You want to say he's not a world-class player? So how many players have you produced in your club?
He's not a world-class player.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you are trying to tackle that.
A good player.
You are tackling the fact that he's not world-class player. I think you have another player as good as
him. We'll go there another day.
From your academy.
We'll go there.
That could be Meno that you're just trying to test and run. That might still leave you in the summer.
So as a Chelsea fan, who would you prefer to play in the final? Fiorentina or Real Betis?
I'll prefer Fiorentina side, because Real Betis can be very dicey, considering the fact that they've got their Spanish team. I fear them. Seriously, that's why I give kudos to United for what they managed to do at
so you don't fear Italian team?
One
is in the final.
No, I think Italian team, not if it was Inter Milan, we know that, but Fiorentina is not really as very good as Inter Milan, and this is Conference League. If they are that good, they won't be here. But Chelsea, is not that we are that poor that put us in the conference. We actually made it to the Europa
Don't
League.
go there. You want
no,
to
no,
start
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Don't go there.
We are not.
We've
in
done that.
Conference
We've
League
treated that one in the Gladiators.
It wasn't that we were there because we deserve to be there.
Yeah, I know where you're driving at. Don't worry. Destiny can never
I'll
be.
prefer to play for Argentina, but I know Real Betis is going to get through. And wherever it is, even if we lose the final, as long as we make the Champions League, that's the most important thing for me this season.
Okay, when we return at 6, we'll be looking through these games and so many other things. Don't forget, we'll also be looking at the tables in Nigeria and in England. But as we wrap up this morning, let's quickly tell you that James Madison has been confirmed to be out of the rest of the season, according to their coach, because he's having injury. Yeah, so he has a knee injury, so he's out for the rest of the season. He will not be playing tonight for Tottenham Hotspur. But thank God the season is already over. But they still have a final to play if they make it through. And it's going to be bad for him not to be playing the Europa League final.
No, very bad for him, but he's been I think he's tried a little bit this season, contribute to the team's not so good achievement. But in the end, players want to play final, especially when you're a Tottenham player. Going to be a chance at the first ever European trophy in a long time. I mean, I think Man United need to look at that side. Tottenham are coming with so much at stake. They are going for the Champions League, trying that, and they are going to be winning their first ever silverware in a donkey years. So Man United should actually come off that thinking that whoever we meet in the final is going to be a walkover. And this is the Tottenham side that defeated them this season, home and away.
Are they thinking like that?
I think they are having a change of heart.
How do you
now.
think they are thinking like that?
They are having a change of heart.
Bobola, we always ask, are you in their mind?
No, he already made it as good as Champions League next season. Are you still feeling the same way?
They've had Manchester United have had a better form in the Europa League than Tottenham. So I think that speaks loud. I mean, you can't just walk that away.
Anyway, we'll have enough time to talk about these and more when we come at 6 p.m. tonight on the Cruise Show. Thank you so much, Bobola and Daniel.
Thank you so much.
All right, most definitely. The Cruise will be back at 6 when we have more to talk about. But for now, Melody Sunrise continues this beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. At the other side, we'll be looking through the People's Assembly. What are we looking at this morning? The banning of political programs on the media space in Kano is up next on the People's Assembly.
From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 9 a.m.
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
We are the real home of entertainment. Melody FM 100.7 Ibadan. We are the real home of entertainment. Melody FM 100.7 Ibadan.
Thank you very much for being there with us till Melody Sunrise, Melody 100.7 FM. Let's get to the segment where we talk about very burning national issues. And this morning, we're looking at something that is disturbing coming through from Kano State. So welcome to the assembly this morning. Your speaker is here, and my name is Pretty. You call me the finest, and of course, if you're listening for the very first time on the show, we discuss burning national or even international issues parliamentary style. When we say parliamentary style, when you're calling, you're an honorable member automatically, and where you're calling from is your constituency. So this morning, we want to do it the way we used to do it. That is to take you to another burning issue in the country. So what are we looking at this morning? As I hinted earlier, we are going to Kano. We are going to Kano this morning and to look at what is happening in Kano. We want to wonder why, even as we say there is fresh freedom in the land, why will Kano State government decides to ban political programs across media outlets, across media space in Kano State. The story has it that the Kano State government has announced an immediate ban on all live political programs across media platforms in the state. So meaning if we were in Kano, programs like Oshelu Warawa will not be aired. If you're in Kano, program like Politics on Melody will not be aired. If we're in Kano, by extension, they might even say Oroilu, even though Oroilu is a news and current affairs show, they might even say it should not be aired as well. The state cited the need to curb inflammatory comments and content, as well as to protect cultural and religious harmony in the state. The decision was made public during a quarterly engagement meeting between officials of the Ministry of Information and Internal Affairs, as well as media executives in the state. The meeting, held in Kano, was chaired by the Commissioner for Information, Comrade Ibrahim Abdullahi Yahya. Now, in the statement signed by the Ministry's Director of Special Duties, Sani Abba Yola, the government said the ban aims to prevent the spread of inflammatory content capable of endangering the cultural and religious harmony of the state. Let me quote what he said. He said, and I quote, "We are not out to suppress political opposition. Our goal is to safeguard the sanctity of Kano's cultural and religious values." So he added that while the government respects freedom of expression, it must be balanced with responsibility. So that's where we're going this morning. What do you make of this? In a democracy and a country, a space where we say there is freedom of speech, there is a Freedom of Information Act, there is freedom of journalism practice. How do you what do you make of this morning? Kano State banning political programs, live political programs. Henceforth in Kano, no political programs. That's what we are looking at this morning. What do you make of this in the assembly this morning? Of course, the numbers have not changed. 0702 250 1007 and 0705 507 1007. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. I mean, what do you make of this morning? I mean, looking through, some people have started talking already. Some say there's a sinister motive concerning that is not just about what the government said. That the reason government gave is not genuine enough for them to ban political programs in Kano. That the government is beginning to get jittery. The government is scared of one thing or the other. I don't know what they are scared of. But those who are saying it are saying that the government is not sincere. Well, why would you just wake up and say you're banning live political programs? So what do you want to be airing if you're not airing political programs? Is it just entertainment? But those that are talking, are talking. And those that are also talking for government are saying, yes, it is good. Because these days, too many content on their radio space there that are not worthy to be heard on the radio. You know, up till now, we still have 2 emirs in Kano. Do you know? Okay. That is the situation. That's what we're looking at this morning. What do you make of this? This morning, 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. And 0705 507 1007 is where you can also send a message. You can also send messages via WhatsApp. Or you can also send messages via the text message portal 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Let's go this morning. I will start taking the calls in a jiffy. Let's go to the phone lines now. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. What do you make of this morning? Kano State government banning political programs live on both television and radio stations in Kano State. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Can you hear me? I can't seem to hear anything. Hello, good morning. Okay, you try to call me back. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Kano State banning live political programs both on radio and TV. What do you make of this morning? Right, 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Wow, what's going on? Okay, let me have the short breather. Let's check what's up with the line. Then we'll definitely get back. But let's quickly have this breather. I will definitely be back to take your messages and calls this morning. Let me check what's going on. Let me check. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Let's check this out. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Bosse from...
Ibadan, thank you.
I know you always say Ibadan. I wanted to put football in your hand in the penalty. Good morning to you. Welcome.
Well done, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, it's really on my own part. I feel it to be unfair for the people of Kano State if such is being done to them, because there's no how people commending or even if news are being read and the political news are not read. Not talk of people intervening or saying their own opinion in the political aspect. It doesn't make sense. That is for the people of Kano, because it feels like doing it nationwide. Now we voted them into power. Yeah. Why would we have interest? Why would we know what is happening there up there in the political realm? So it's really unfair. I will urge those who have done that to please step down their decision and let these people also enjoy good governance, just like we are doing in other states as well. This thing is something that is supposed to be general.
Exactly.
Because a lot of things are happening in the political system that doesn't please we the masses. And sometimes when we have the news and we react to it, there are some things they do that we react to that makes them to take caution and they adjust. But there are some that they just pay negligence to. That is like the issue of insecurity and education. So, and these are the things that we are still calling on their attention to, because we all voted into power to make sure that we enjoy good power supply, we enjoy education, our children enjoy good education, and then the security, the insecurity issues that have been around for almost 20 years or over should be put to an end, or even if not put to an end, a lot of a good measures should be put in order to reduce it to the minimum. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Bosse. I mean, if it were to be in Kano, what we just discussed, what we are discussing now, we will not discuss it.
Right, sir.
I'm telling you. Thank you, Honorable Bosse. Thank you so much. I mean, what do you make of this morning, Kano State? I mean, do you also support those who say, well, to reduce volatility in the political space in Kano? It's good that the government is doing it, or you want to go with something like what Honorable Bosse just said, that it's going to be denying the people of the opportunity to, have their political views aired live on radio and TV. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007 is the People's Assembly Melody Sunrise, Melody 100.7 FM. We're looking at Kano State, the ban on live political programs both on TV and radio stations. You can. In Kano now, henceforth, nobody goes live with political programs, either on TV or radio stations. According to the government, they are saying they want to reduce they want to preserve the culture, the peace and harmony culture of Kano, and they are saying what they have been experiencing is like there is a volatile nature of the political space in the state. And that's why we're looking at this morning. A country where we claim to have press freedom, a country where we claim to have Freedom of Information Act, a country where we claim to say, okay, everybody has the right to speak, but a state like Kano is banning live political shows. What do you make of this morning? 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, are you there? Good morning. Okay, please do try to call back. I think that particular line is, or you tried the second one. All right, 0702 520 1007. You can also send messages, of course, to 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Okay, so that's what we're looking at this morning in the assembly, the People's Assembly segment of the show this morning. All right, we still have the time to take your calls this morning. All right, hello, good morning, welcome. Hello. Okay, let me look through some text messages while I expect your call. All right, this one says, my name is Tanimola Lukman from Olugweru. Sir, I don't understand why Kano State will be banning political shows because if they don't have anything they are hiding, that means there is something that they are hiding. That is why they will be banning political shows, because otherwise a government that has a free hand and free mind will not be banning such programs on radio. I think the people deserve better. God bless Nigeria. Okay, and this one says, good morning, my name is Vincent from Bodija. Okay, and it says, I want to say that what they are doing is not good enough, because for you to say you want to ban political shows, unless you have a skeleton in your cupboard, otherwise there is no need for that. Say, please, they should reverse it. Okay, 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Okay, let's take this again. This one says, good morning. I think they might have a reason for doing what they are doing. Remember, you just said something now that Kano still has 2 emirs. You remember during the Salah, there were to be Dobas until they were cancelled so as to reduce the clashes. So I think maybe something is fishy. That's why they have to do what they are doing now. But if it's not for that, if it's for sinister motive, I think it's not a good one. The people need to enjoy their political shows just as we are enjoying it here in Ibadan on Melody FM. Thank you so much. And this one says, good morning. My name is Haruna from Shasha. You say, this is the first time I'm listening to your radio. I think I love what I'm hearing. God bless you. Oh, wow. God bless you so much. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. We're looking at what is happening in Kano, the ban on politics. Yes, political programs. Yes, you cannot have live political programs in Kano this period. Because according to them, they want to control some things in the Kano media space. They say inflammatory statements are becoming too rampant in Kano. But if that is even happening, as we know that politicians have a way of making such inflammatory statements, is it banning it entirely on the media space that's the solution? Can we control it? That's just the question. What do you make of it this morning? 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. We're still right here with you on Melody Sunrise and Melody 100.7 FM. It is the Thursday edition, and we're in the assembly this morning. In the assembly, what are we looking at? We're looking at Kano and what is happening in Kano. We're looking at the ban on political programs on radio and TVs in Kano State. We are asking for your thoughts. You know, one thing is politicians have a way of testing grounds. There's something called testing grounds. Don't be surprised tomorrow if Kano successfully achieves this. They could make it national ahead of 2027. You don't believe? They could make it national, a national thing. It's okay. On all radio stations and television stations in Nigeria, no political programs. So they will just ban all the political programs on all the radio stations. So just imagine a media space in Ibadan, for instance, when you don't have a political program. A media space in Lagos, for instance, you don't have political programs. Because there's nothing impossible ahead of 2027. So Kano, they might just be using Kano to test the ground and see how successful it can be. You know, politicians, they don't just come at you at once, to do something. They will first test. There's something called testing microphone. When we want to start shows at events, we always do testing microphone. And they could just be using Kano as a testing ground to see what the reactions of Nigerians will be. So if they now see that where you guys are not reacting very well, it can work. Let's do it nationally. Oh my God. What do you make of it this morning? I don't know what's wrong with the line. The line is acting up. But no problem. We may be revisiting this another time, because it's worth something worth talking about. All right, so it is Melody Sunrise or Melody 100.7 FM. All right, in the meantime, let me go back and to the messages. There's some messages just got in again. Let's take some of these messages reacting to what we are doing in the People's Assembly this morning. And this one says, my name is Ola from Iwood. It says, I think what they are doing, just as you just said, might just be testing grounds that let's see what will happen in Kano before we do it nationally. So if he succeeds in Kano, he can succeed elsewhere. They might be thinking about it. But if they try it, you say if they try it, what would you do if they try it? Okay, let's see. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome.
Last week.
Where have you been?
I did that now. I do.
Welcome.
But I was on the first.
Okay. You okay? Because those are the National Assembly resume. You two will now resume.
Yes, now. So they resume. So me too, I've resumed.
We hold you as we are holding them. We hold you too.
But that is that of Kano.
Yes.
I don't understand. Is it political rally or
political programs?
Or
radio programs.
Political program as we are discussing now.
Yes, as we are doing this one now, we cannot do it in Kano.
So they don't want the populace to know what they are doing again.
That's what it is. They don't talk about politics on your radio and TV again. That's what they are saying.
Nigeria, we hate it. God bless Nigeria. Because as they are doing now in Kano, if it succeeds, it means they will now ban everything related to political something like Orodu, that Yawa is used to do it on that station.
Yes, now.
So meaning that we won't have access to any information again relating to anything for politics.
No.
Nigeria is paying for it. God bless us.
It's just in Kano.
I don't have much to say.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think most people were not getting it initially when I started it. Maybe I should explain it again better. It is not political rallies in street. I mean, right now there's nothing like political rallies because we are not getting to election. But as in political programs on radio and TV. I gave an example. For instance, we have political programs here. Politics on Melody that I anchor Wednesdays, 4 to 5 p.m. I still did one yesterday. It's pure political program, nothing else on that show. Pure political program. So I cannot do that in Kano now. We have Oshelu Awarawa on Saturday on this station, 10 to 12. That cannot happen in Kano. That cannot happen in Kano now with the new ban. Even Oroilu, unless you want to tilt Oroilu away from political programs. Now, how can you discuss Oroilu if you are not discussing politics? So unless when you want to discuss Oroilu, you now say, okay, let's discuss another thing. Don't bring anything politics close to it. But if it is tilting towards politics, no, you can't have it in Kano. At least you know your major political programs that you love in Ibadan and Oyo State. So they now say those programs should not be holding again on TV and radio stations in Ibadan. That is exactly what is happening in Kano now. Political programs on radio, on TV cannot happen because they are banning it. Because according to them, they are trying to sanitize the space. They say there are two inflammatory statements that are going on the political programs, different political programs in that state, and that's why they are banning it. Okay, for now, and I hope it doesn't go national, as I said. Okay, all right. Let me quickly have this breather before let me quickly take these messages before we begin to wrap up the segment of the show. All right, this one from Ade from Makobo says, "Good morning to you, Mr. Speaker. I think they are joking. How can you not have political programs? Is it only music program you'll be having or news? Even in news, you have political news. Are they saying there will not be political news, just entertainment news or economic news? What's even good about the economy that you want to report is a question he's asking. Are they all the way from Akobo? Hello, good morning.
Hello, yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, so my name is Victor.
Hey, Victor, good morning to you.
And I'm calling you from Yagoku.
Okay, Victor from Yagoku. Good morning.
All right, good morning. I just want to say this. Do you remember when Faust sang one song, This is Nigeria, and they banned it that time? That's exactly what's happening. We have now become a country where, though they say they are fighting lawlessness, but even those in government are the ones who just wake up in the middle of the night and then begin to act irrationally. Now, how do you then come and say you do not want people to talk about what you are doing in government? If not that you are destined to do nonsense. Now, if you are not doing nonsense, you won't say people should not talk about what you are doing. But because they already know what the plan is, and the plan is not to favor the citizen, so they know that political programs would always affect them. There's no way to not affect them because they are not doing well. So when you don't do well, you begin to fight people who would be able to talk about what is happening with you, and exactly the case. So they are looking at, they tried the social media space, they couldn't succeed. So they are now looking at it that, okay, if as it were like this, the elite that or people who are educated are usually the ones who are on social media spaces and all, and who are overtly aware of things happening. They know that those local women, those women in the grassroots, they are not too averse to the social media. But what is the media space they are very much aware of, which is the radio, the television.
Yes.
So they now want to go and attack it from there. So when they debar them from knowing what is happening in the society, when they debar them from knowing what the government is doing, when they debar them of knowing how the government is taking advantage of our citizens, then those women and men will know nothing. And when they easily come to tell them, take 500 naira and vote for me, they will be, willing to do that. That's just the game plan. And I must say that it is not just nonsensical, it is irrational and illogical. If you are doing well, you won't be looking for who not to talk about what you are doing. Allow people who are talking about it talk about what they are doing. You face what you are in government to do. If you do well, nobody will come out and say you are not doing well because it will be obvious to the eye. But when you do nonsense, people will come out and say that you are not doing well, and that's exactly what it is. So government, or those in government, should just go and focus their energy and efforts on serving the citizens which they said they were going there to serve. They have forgotten that if you are in government, you are a servant. You are not, forget anything. You are a servant because you put yourself for service, and service you must offer. Don't now come and be looking for how to take our voices away. Look for how to do the right things. The voices that we are using to castigate you for doing the wrong things, we also use it to praise you for doing the right thing. So just do the right thing and forget the media, the media space, and how you want to stiffen the media only to your favor. This same APC government came into governance using the media. Now they are in media because they understand propaganda. They are now wanting to stiffen the media so that no one else can use it.
But in Kano is not ruled by... Hello, Victor. Kano is not ruled by APC. Kano is ruled by NNPP.
Are all the governors not defecting to APC now? Is Tinubu not buying all of them over now?
I see he's buying them over.
Oyo wasn't ruled by PDP. But during the last election, PDP sold their conscience to APC. Wasn't that what happened? Or were you not in town?
Well, is what you said.
So all of them are just comedians ruling in power. And they say in politics that there is no permanent enemy. It is only where Bele fakes. Anybody where Bele fakes, even if he was your enemy before, he becomes your friend.
Definitely.
Yes, that's what is happening. So it's an APC-led government, and at them, it's intentional. They use Kano because if they use APC, people will shout it's APC. So they want to use Kano. After all, you saw that the leader of this Kano politics, the whole of Kano politics, which is Kwankwaso, has he not gone to be taking pictures with Tinubu and all? Don't you know what is happening? So let's just cut the chase. Government, those in government, whether APC or whatever, anyways, they are all charlatans. But then they should do the right thing, and they should forget the media space. Teaching the media space. That's just my comment.
Thank you so much, Victor. Thank you so much.
Let everybody be singing that foul song in their mind, since we cannot sing it on radio.
This is Nigeria. Thank you so much. Thank you, Victor. Wow, that is a strong one from Victor there. Strong one from Victor. Wow. Well, we are gradually getting out of the People's Assembly this morning. We've looked at what is happening in Kano and what Kano is doing to stop political programs on radio and TV. Live political shows on radio and TV henceforth will not be holding in Kano because, according to them, they want to control inflammatory statement from political programs. So that is what they are doing in Kano. I hope it doesn't go around. That is one thing that we will definitely say, that we hope it doesn't go around. Thank you so much for being part of People's Assembly this morning. Tomorrow, we'll return with another one right here on Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Pretty. You call me the finest. Let's have this breather. At the other side, we look through the Melody Surprise, where we surprise those celebrating. We celebrate those celebrating this morning. Keep it locked. Melody 100.7 FM in the city of Ibadan.
We've got to check them systems. For this system so unreal. We've got to chase them away. From this great highway. Wipe away our transgressions, moving up from our chains of bondage. So hold that peace, you cannot get me now. No. Give me little time, I will fight this fire. Give me little time, I will fight this fire. Give me little time, I will fight this fire. Give me little time, I will fight this fire. We've got to chase them away. For them teaching no truth. They want to hold I as slave, but can't keep I too long. Brainwashed educations to teach me more of iniquities. So hold up peace, you cannot get me now. No. Give me little time, I will fight this fire. Give me little time, I will fight this fire. Give me little time, I will fight this fire. Give me little time, I will fight this fire.
We are the real home of entertainment. Melody FM 100.7.
Abrebe John, nwa jọrọ mma. Tomato Jos mụ nwa nke anyị maka nwa njete ọnụ. Chai Chineke mee. Saga.
Agengwongwo. Sexy Rosa ifunania. Easy.
Run my heart like a governor, like I never seen woman before. Yeah, my chest off from a commoner, like I miss road before. Just like a stack of dominoes, see big man they fall, baby. And she's taking all my stamina, like I no get time before. Say na pajo with the knocky, make you open up your heart. I want to follow you the rocky, and I want to be naughty. You go enter Bugatti, you be rocking the Versace. Where they come with the baggy, and they mash in the hearty. Rosa, baby, oh, I want to one chance with you. Rosa, baby, oh, I want to slow dance with you. Rosa, baby, oh, I want to romance with you. If I try, you no agree for me. I go there, I see you. Rosa, baby, oh, I want to move town with you. Rosa, baby, oh, I want to get down with you. Rosa, baby, oh, I want to touch down with you. If I try, you no agree for me. I go there, I see you. Everybody can see, say you're so fine. I go do anything to make you mine. Even in my dreams, girl, you catch my eye. Waiting at the talk, baby, no be lie, baby. Now they say yeah, they try to buy up your love with your big money. But your body, as I see, I'm full of milk with honey. Say now I go with the knocky, make you open your heart, I want to follow you the rocky, and I want to be naughty. You go enter Bugatti, you be rocking the Versace, where they come with your baggy, and they mash in the hearty. Rosa, baby, oh, I want to one chance with you. Rosa, baby, oh, I want to slow dance with you. Rosa, baby, oh, I want to romance with you. If I try, you no agree for me. I go there, I see you. Rosa, baby, oh, I want to move town with you. Rosa, baby, oh, I want to get down with you. Rosa, baby, oh, I want to touch down with you. If I try, you no agree for me. I go there, I see you.
Melody FM 100.7 Ibadan.
The way you hold my I like I see they go. Can't dance to save myself, but see outside the road. Beauty players I take part in those. Disconnect the internet, cause I'm feeling intellectual. And I can't tell you're feeling the pressure. And I can't tell you're feeling the tension. You move your legs like this and that. You can't drive away depression. I can't tell your skill is precious. You can't change the whole direction. You move your legs like this and that. You can't drive away depression. Go my way, go my way, go my way. I like I see they go. Baby, I like I see they go. Go my way, go my way, go my way. I like I see they go. Baby, I like I see they go.
Make your body come, my body make a cool my tension. I'ma give me I don't feel like your body they call my attention. Big way, 5 days, I no go lie for you, I don't base for you. I'ma get a dog base for you. Follow me, make we chop life for Dubai. Anything you want, girl, I go buy. You they put me for high tension. This one on my confession. We go do holiday for Mumbai. Anything you want, girl, I go buy. You they put me for high tension. This one on my confession. You got me like higher, pain back class. I wanna love you for life. I don't go like to say goodbye. Lady, this is where the tension's way too high. You know the buttons to press to ease up my stress. I cannot compare you.
And I can't tell you're feeling the pressure. And I can't tell you're feeling the tension. You move your legs like this and that. You can't drive away depression. I can't tell your skill is precious. You can't change the whole direction. You move your legs like this and that. You can't drive away depression. Go my way, go my way, go my way. I like I see they go. Baby, I like I see they go. Baby. Go my way, go my way, go my way. I like I see they go. Baby, I like I see they go.
Davido right there. Kante, a beautiful song right there. Fly to Dubai, fly to anywhere. That's what he's saying. Where are you flying to? Especially when today is your day. You can fly anywhere. Make sure you have fun. Make sure you have all the fun you can have today, because it's not easy to see another brand new day, celebrating another year on earth. So for those celebrating today, happy birthday. Let me begin with Sheyi. Sheyi Achinaro is one of my guys. He is on the Commande Secondary School Odogbo, by the Old Students Association 98 set. Sheyi, is your birthday today. Sheyi Achinaro, may God bless your new age. Happy birthday to you. Long life in good health and prosperity from all of us at Melody 100.7 FM, as well as the executive and members of CDSS IOSA 98 set. Say happy birthday to you, Sheyi. God bless your new age. And for all those celebrating today as well, we celebrate with all of you. Know this is what we do every day, right? On this segment of the show, we look through those celebrations and we said, even you might not even know we are celebrating you, but we will still celebrate you. That's how it is. That's how it should be. Because we believe life, especially what we experience nowadays, is good to just celebrate us when we are still living. Celebrate yourself when you're still living. Celebrate each other. Celebrate one another when you're still living. Celebrate. Because once you go, for instance, those who die, they don't even know those who are crying and mourning them. Once they are gone, they are gone. Unless if you are Kudaya, although that one is still debatable if it is real or not. Some people will tell you it's real. But somebody that is gone is gone. There's nothing you can do about it. It's gone, it's gone. So that is why celebrate those around you. Don't go about talking bad about people. Well, instead of you should celebrate them. So all those celebrating today, we're celebrating them. Wow. Where is Daniel? Daniel should come around. Daniel should come. This one Daniel is doing. You can't just go like this now. There's something Daniel is sending me here. Somebody get Daniel for me. Daniel Adeyemi. Because he's celebrating somebody that is very special. Adeniji Omowumi Victoria. I understand that's Daniel's baby. When I say baby, Daniel's fiance. Wow. I think this one we need to put a call through to this one. Where's Daniel? We must put a call through to this one. All right. If you're celebrating today, happy birthday to you. Abraham Adams. Yeah, that's my friend. That's my friend, all the way from Abia State. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday, Abraham. Used to be former spokesperson for the Abia State, former Abia State governor. Yeah. Chukwudi, your car for today is also your birthday. 40. Emmanuel, today is also your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Kantu Duma, all the way from Ghana. Today is your birthday. Goodness Eugene is your birthday. Rita Vincent Aria is also your birthday today. Happy birthday. Iukumere, the saint, is your birthday today as well. Happy birthday to all these people celebrating. These are my people celebrating everywhere and all the places. Once again, from Daniel Adeyemi. The first time Daniel is telling me about a darling and a fiance. Adeniji Omowumi Victoria. That's one of my little girl's name. Talking about Omowumi. So we're going to celebrate Omowumi. See, Daniel doesn't mind I call her that way. I don't know the one that they prefer to call. But you see that Omo with me is so dear to my heart. Because I have a little niece whose name is Omo with me. So let's celebrate Omo with me now on the radio. It's very, very important we do this. Okay? So for all those celebrating today, a big happy birthday to you. Wish you very best of your age. And we pray that today becomes a great day, a greater day for you if you have been great. If you're looking for greatness, we pray that today happens to be a day you always remember for good. Happy birthday, long life in good health and prosperity to all of you. Okay, gradually we'll be tilting towards, but before we go, I must call Omo with me. Yeah, it's very, very important. Don't forget, this segment is carved out of this show for a reason. For us to celebrate ourselves. Because one thing about life is, it's good to celebrate the people around you. Because I've come to know that life is all about appreciating the people around you. Because one thing is, when you don't celebrate the people around you, and when they go, God forbid they go early, you are pained. Aren't you pained? I know you'll be pained. Hello, good morning. Am I onto Omoumi? Is this Omoumi? Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, is this Omoumi?
Hello?
Adeni Omoumi, right?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Wow, what's going on? Network, don't play fast one. We must do this. We must do this. We must do this. It must happen. It must happen. On a day like this, network, don't mess up. Okay. Right. You must do this. Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Am I on to Adini Jomoumi, right?
Yes.
I'm calling you from Melody FM, Ibadan. Do you know Melody FM?
Yes, sir.
Is today your birthday or not?
Today.
Why are you now sound? You should be. I expect you to sound better than this on your birthday now. You're sounding like. Are you still sleeping?
Huh?
Are you still sleeping?
Am I still what?
Are you still sleeping?
Am I still sleeping?
Sleeping.
No.
On your birthday, I expect you to sound better. Today's your birthday, right? Happy birthday to you, your mommy.
Thank you, sir.
Do you know who is saying I should say this to you? You can guess, right?
I know already.
Oh, you already know. So, you know, actually, when I call people, I always like to first play a prank on them, but I didn't want to disturb you too much. All right. From all of us, Melody FM, we're wishing you the very best of your birthday, mommy. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
All the way from Daniel Adeyemi.
Yeah.
And what would you say to Daniel?
Thank you.
Okay, God bless your new age. Happy birthday to you, mommy. Enjoy your day, right?
Thank you so much.
God bless you. Do you know you are live on air? You are live on radio, actually.
Ah, really?
Yes. I'm putting on air live. You're live on the radio. Millions of people are listening to you now. So happy birthday to you.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
God bless you. Enjoy your day, all right?
Yeah.
All right, let's begin to roll out this morning. That's how we wrap things up on this morning's edition of the show. Talking about Melody 100.7 FM, the Melody Sunrise. Thank you so much for being part of it. Don't forget, we'll be back again tomorrow for the Friday edition. But I'll be back tonight at 6 p.m. for the cruise show. On behalf of Daniel Adeyemi, of course, everyone at the stream, Bobola, Igufemi, Alaja Idayat, Fortune, Obu, and every other person that is making things happen, representing big time. I say big ups to all of you. If follow as well, big ups to Yeto Radewale, the ones aka Mr. Pano Pano, Mano Pano, Tono Pano, everything, MC Tono Pano, original. Big ups to you. Of course, to DJ Medicine, about to take over now. DJ Medicine is beginning to look like these days. What's going on? Kilo Nje, what are you eating, this girl? Look, you're shining, Daniel, is Medicine not shining? I mean, he's shining, I don't know. Anytime I beg her for something, she'll be saying, okay. That's how they deceive you. Okay. Is it good like that? God knows the address of everyone's home. All right, when I stand up now, you'll be on to Oroilu. Of course, Itayo Olushala will be taking care of that one this morning. Don't forget as well, when it's done, you'll be on to Oloremi, and that will be with Okolawan himself. Then at noon, you'll be on to the crazy duo of Bojuri and, of course, AY Day. 2 p.m. will be time for Oroyo. Yeah, today we'll be having a special advisor to the governor, Dayo, in the house. Then 3 p.m. we'll be on to Ogbagadi with KOB. This is how we roll everything for you to know that one after the other is entertainment here, and infotainment here, edutainment here. Melody 100.7. Let me rise now so that I can come back again. The Nature's Finest is here, and I'll be back on the next one. Always remember to keep your head up. I'm out. I'll see you on the next one.